Hello, everybody. J-Man here for another wrestling stream. Got to get my notes out. Yes. So we didn't do this yesterday because of reasons. What were the reasons? I don't remember what they were now. I'm sure they were valid. Oh, yes, they were valid. But it's something to do with privacy, so I cannot break privacy laws. So that's what's happening. Arkham, what is going on, brother? How's it going, man? So yeah, actually, I posted a. Let me get Steve on here, and we'll shoot the shit for just a second here. Where's my Steve intro? There you go. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Jim, man.
So I was telling you I'm fighting with people on Facebook, which is about a different topic. But I edited and filmed a 30-minute J-Man Unplugged about DC comics fans, and then I deleted it. I'm not posting it. The reason I deleted it and because I just know it's going to be misinterpreted. Based on
that doesn't happen these days,
right? It's like I'm basically saying there are different types of fandoms. There are some fans who appreciate certain things within themselves, and there's fans who are open. Arkham, if you're still there, Arkham is one of the guys who's a Batman fan. He's not just a Michael Keaton Batman 89 fan. He's not a Robert Pattinson only fan. He's a Batman fan. He likes all Batman stuff. He reads the comics and all that. So that's a different kind of person. That's a different kind of person than some of these other people who are into. I'm just explaining it now, Arkham. My point was that my wife loves Christopher Reeve's Superman. That is where it starts and ends. I showed her some of Smallville. She's like, eh. I showed her some of Superman and Lois. Nope. I showed her a bit of the Brandon Routh movie. She's like, this is boring. We watched Man of Steel. She's like, no. I was like, I thought you liked Superman. She's like, I don't think I do like Superman. I think I just like Christopher Reeve as Superman. I was like, you're not a Superman fan. She's like, no, I'm not. She's also not a Spider-Man fan. She only likes Spider-Man 1 and 2. Like the Tobies. That's it. Not even 3. Not even Tom Holland. She's like, yeah, I'm not a Spider-Man fan. She is a Doctor Strange fan so far, because all the Doctor Strange things that we've watched, she's like. So she's like, because she likes magic. She's like, oh, I like magic. I'm like, okay. She likes Constantine. Different, Constantine on different things. We're going to watch the animated Constantine movie now that she, So not everybody likes everything. That's what the video was about. Like, I'm a Superman fan. If Henry Cavill's not continuing, my response is, well, Henry, it sucks. You didn't get a great movie, but now we move on. That's it. We move on to the next guy, see what he has to bring to the table. People say, fire James Gunn. What happened to the director's vision? Right? When Zack Snyder came on, they said, this is Zack's vision. We have to respect his vision. And now everyone's saying, fire James Gunn. Well, don't you want to respect James Gunn's vision? Like, this is what I'm talking about. These people, I never want to say ever that any of these people are cultists and stuff like that's going too far. But it's very, very tough to argue with people who are so closed that it does feel like they are cultists. They're not. But if I say to you, I love Superman 3. And you could say, yeah, I know you love it too. But let's say, so you say, well, but J-Man, there's a lot of cheesy parts and then some of it's kind of silly. I agree with you. There's silly parts and there's some stupid parts. I understand that. But I still really love it. This is what happens when you talk to some fans. Well, Man of Steel, isn't it kind of weird that he stood there and watched his father just get killed by that tornado? Like, wouldn't he stop? No, shut your mouth. Do not say anything bad. It is a masterpiece. I'm like, okay, hold on. I get you. It's got a lot of great action. There's some good fights. The visuals are pretty good. But don't you think that's a little bit? No, it's a masterpiece. It's like, okay, so every single minute of that movie is a masterpiece. Yes. So they're crazy, right? These people are crazy. It's
they are.
They're crazy because
But there's a lot of crazy people on the net now. And like
Yeah.
there was a fellow, it was a German fellow on our buddy, I think it was Action Week.
Actually, yep.
I think his name is Marc. And this guy unknowingly put it all out for me. He said, I forget what movie he was reviewing. He's like, and I agreed with him. He was like,
Right.
I didn't care for it, blah, blah, blah. And someone else came in under him and said, how can you say that? You're wrong, blah, blah, blah. And he responded back and said, how can my opinion be wrong?
Right.
It's my opinion.
Right.
I'm stating a fact, which is my opinion. My opinion is a fact.
Right. You're right.
The contents you can argue are not facts,
Sure.
but my opinion is a fact. This is my opinion.
Right.
So how can my opinion be wrong? It's how I see this.
Right. Yeah. It's not like you're saying Man of Steel made whatever $100 million or whatever it was in the theater. That's facts, right? It's like you can't say I don't think it made that. It's like there is no Man of Steel 2. That's a fact. So it's like, right, and now you can give your opinion as to why there's no Man of Steel 2.
Yeah.
And then that could be debated. My other thing is that when you talk to some of these people and you say, and they say, well, Wonder Woman 84 is trash. Okay, it's trash. It's like, well, it's part of the Snyderverse. No, it's not, but it is.
That
it's
is fact.
That's fact. It's the same director. It's the actress Zack Snyder picked. It's Steve Trevor, the same person, and Zack Snyder's name is on the producer's credits. Do you know whose name is not? Here's trivia, Steve. This is gonna be tough. Trivia. What do you know whose name is not on these movies? V for Vendetta, Watchmen, From Hell. Do you know whose name is not on those movies? Can you guess?
I believe his name is Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. Do you know why? Well, the reason is that he despises those movies and he doesn't want his name on them. So Zack Snyder put his name, or allowed his name to be put on Wonder Woman 84 because A, he produced the movie and he's okay with it. B, he despises it and doesn't think it's part of his universe. Or C, you guys are all idiots. It's like the guy can take his name off of it. If Zack Snyder saw Wonder Woman 84 and he said, wow, this is the most garbage thing of all time. This is not part of the Snyderverse. I want my name removed. Very easy, right? He still gets credit because he could put Alan Smithy.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Smithy is the name you put to get your money or whatever, but you don't want your name on it. Right? We're gonna get to wrestling in 1 second. Just finish this off real quick. Right? So you can put Alan Smithy. Hellraiser 4, Alan Smithy. Halloween 6, Alan Smithy. That's the fake name of the Hollywood guy who you put on where you don't want to put your real name. That's it. So, but again, when you talk to these people, they're insane. They're like, that's not part of the Snyderverse. I'm like, it is. No, it's not. But it is. No, it's not. So why are they are psychotic? Because it's like they don't. Here's what you're supposed to say. Yes, it is part of the Snyderverse, but I didn't really like it. So, when I think of Snyderverse, I really just think of these movies. Like, we know Zack Snyder didn't approve Justice League because it wasn't his vision. He came out and said, this is not my vision.
His name is still on there as a director.
His name is still on there because of legal purposes, and he's happy with it in some way because he left his name on there. You could remove your name, right? He didn't remove it, but that means he's happy with it. But then he said, this isn't my version. Here's my version. Yep. And that's fair.
Yep.
If he came out and said, you know what, Patty Jenkins, you effed up, you dropped the ball. I don't like this 84 business. I'm going to remake it, then remake it. But you didn't, so he's okay with it. Okay, that's it. Let's get into wrestling. We're going to talk about last night's NXT as well, so we'll go real quick. Did you watch it or no?
Well, before we get to that, today was an insane day for the WWE.
Yeah, so
Stephanie McMahon resigned.
Okay. I've not. Okay. I was at work today, and I was at work.
You were at
Like
work.
work. There
Yeah.
wasn't any. Let me check Twitter. I
Yeah.
checked nothing. As soon as
Yeah.
I came home from work, I ate. We watched Doctor Who. We always watch Doctor Who for dinner. And I literally set the stream up and then I was fighting with Facebook people all day, but then I just now came on. So I don't know anything what's going on. Stephanie resigned. That's crazy.
Stephanie resigned.
Yep.
Vince is back in as chairman.
Yeah, I did hear that.
WWE, there was the internet blew up because the rumor was, what they were claiming was the WWE has been sold to a group in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, and I saw a picture. I think I saw a picture, which I thought it was photoshopped. It looked like it was like, maybe it still was photoshopped, but it looked like Vince or someone shaking hands with somebody from there or something like that. So I don't
think
know.
no, that is from like the Crown Jewel stuff, I think.
Right. Okay. So that was all. That's not it, right?
But it's not. They haven't been sold to this group.
Okay. So that's just people like posting pictures saying, "So look, it's evidence. This is what happened," and it's like,
yeah,
no, it's
exactly.
Not. That's crazy. Right. Well, I heard Vince McMahon coming back, and I was going to put a poll on, "Are you happy that Vince McMahon's back?" But everyone would answer no.
Yeah. Including me. I would go on the poll and be like, no.
Yeah. So there's no point in that poll because nobody's happy about Vince McMahon coming back. He was good in his day. I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, Vince McMahon, oh, whatever. Listen, he brought us some amazing stuff, right? Like
he did.
Like, so I'm not going to go back and start saying this guy's trash and
yeah.
But there comes a time where it's time for you to step down.
Everyone has a best before date.
John Carpenter's winding down. My favorite movie director of all time, John Carpenter, winding down. The last one, I can't remember even the last one. Was that The Jacket or something, or one of those?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, it's a movie, right? It's like those first 7, 8, 9, 10 John Carpenters are like unbelievable, right?
Everyone was. Hitchcock had Topaz and Marnie.
Yep. I saw Topaz. I don't think Topaz was that bad. I think I saw Topaz, right? I'm trying to remember what.
You probably did.
I think I did. Yeah. I was like, oh, this isn't so like, I know. Yeah. There's like some, there's like, some of the bad Hitchcock ones, but like, I know, Foreign Correspondent was a bomb. So I don't know if that counts as a bad Hitchcock movie in retrospect, because it's my favorite.
It became like people loved it.
Love it. Yeah. You can't trust wrestling journalists. Yeah. So this is what we're talking about. Yeah. Nobody can confirm it. They should have had Toxic Attraction fight like Cena before somebody died. Yeah, I know winners, man. What the heck? Did you vote no?
I didn't about that one.
Oh, we're 50-50 on yes and no. My poll says, "Are you happy with the Battle Royal outcome?"
I was not, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, so let's just go through last week's NXT Toxic Attraction. There's a spot there. She's like, we're calling our shots. We had Indy come out. We had Cora come out. We had Nikita come out. We had Zoe come out. Wendy came out. And then I stopped taking notes because I'm like, okay, it's just everybody now.
You missed the best person coming out. The person who like, what I loved about this entire segment was everyone was coming out and doing beefs. Thea Hale.
Yeah, Thea Hale. I did write Thea Hale.
Who is quickly becoming one of my favorites, came out. She's like, girl fight. I'm like, perfect. Yeah. And then they just start fighting.
Yeah, and Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, everyone.
Everyone came out.
And then they're just basically, that was just to lead up to last night's.
Yeah.
We did have Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn in this extreme match. I love the office chair. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love the office chair though.
Yes, and slamming her on the X. I was dying over that. I'm like,
there were some funny bits, but this is a fail again. Why do they keep doing these matches? It's like, stop it. They look pre-taped. Some I don't think this one was pre-taped, but some of them look. They're just like, yeah, this just looks weird. But I'm trying to. I wrote like, office chair was funny. The toolbox and like.
Yeah, like what?
Like, oh, the table didn't break. That was a big one.
That's that. You know what?
And wheelbarrow. It's like barrel.
Yeah, the wheelbarrow's.
It's like, what is happening right now?
You know, the problem with the table, the whole thing was, she did a swanton, but the problem is that the table was actually too high to
Yeah.
where she was.
Yeah, it's like I don't think she doesn't weigh enough
No,
to
she
pull.
bounced off her.
Yeah, she bounced off it. I'm like, it was like boom, boom. I'm like,
See, when you think about how Liv Morgan was doing it, she
Liv
was up on a
Tyler?
ladder. Yeah, Liv Tyler.
whoa.
Remember when she did that Lord of the Rings? Yeah. She like Liv Morgan climbed a ladder and it's high and she just dropped down.
Right.
Whereas like Alba Fire was like a freaking line drive across her chest.
I was at Walmart today. There's no cheap wrestling toys. I was gonna buy a few cheap ones so I could imitate it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I know. You're just like, ooh. I'm like, what was that?
And then when she gave him the gory bomb, you could see Iswadon grab the table just before she went through. I'm like, this is why. I know the fans call for tables. Don't do the table spot unless you can actually do it.
Then we had Fallon and Kiana. They were like, Kiana was like all being nice. So I don't know if she's turning into a face.
She's turning. I like the Fallon, Hensley, Kiana James tag team. I really like that idea.
I like anything with Kiana James.
That's true.
In other news, Kiana James reads the newspaper. I'm like, this is the best segment we've ever seen in our lives. And Tiffany Stratton, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Right.
She could be the toxic attraction leader.
I don't think she can. I'll tell you why.
Oh, okay, good. Because it's the first time I've seen her, and I'm just judging by appearance.
Yeah.
Okay. That is it for NXT for this one. We'll get back to I guess we could talk about the Rumble. It doesn't affect anything. Let's just talk about the Rumble now. Since we're still on NXT here, I'll do the NXT again. NXT part 2.
Part 2.
Okay. So we had Toxic Attraction talking, blah blah. We had Tiffany Stratton come on. So what do you think? I mean, she looks amazing.
The looks are there.
Yeah.
Like I've heard mention of her taking over as the leader of Toxic Attraction. She doesn't have the voice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She's putting on a voice, obviously.
Right. But that voice is not the voice of. I mean, I'm not saying Mandy Rose had this mega. That's true. Maybe this is all a ploy, Joe, to get the bar.
Is this
if that happens? That'll be awesome.
Remember Dr. Evil, where he's like, I just want to open up a petting zoo. He goes, will it be an evil petting zoo? It's like everything. He's like, he wants it to be evil. He's like, I just want a petting zoo. He's like, how about an evil petting zoo? Like, what's an evil business empire? I love it. I have an evil business empire. It's like, okay, you still sell drinks, right? Like, they're not poison
had
drinks.
evil coffee, so there you go.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Her now, I don't know. I have never heard her speak outside of last night.
No.
And is she putting on she's putting on a dummy voice? Like,
I hope so.
Yeah. That's not her real. That's not the way she really.
I'm not saying Mandy Rose had a mega deep voice or anything, but she had a voice where it's like, okay, she could be the leader. This girl was like, I'm like, I guess JC Jane, if you become the head of Toxic Attraction, JC Jane and Gigi Dolan are going to do a lot of talking.
And yeah, I guess so. But I mean, so far, I like it. What I've seen, that's all I've seen.
Body wise, no argument here.
Yeah, damn. Okay, so we had. I actually wrote down the eliminations, though. There was a commercial break, and I also missed a couple.
Yeah.
So Cora was eliminated first, but then she was a troublemaker. Paxley was eliminated. Then a couple people, which I couldn't make. I watched it on iPad.
Amari Miller was one.
I couldn't see. Yeah. I'm watching it on something this big, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell who the other couple was. Then it was Lash, then Kiana. Hey, Double, see what's going on, man. No, we didn't do it last night. No, I did it last night. Just not. I did it last night, but not on stream. No.
Coming soon to a stream near you.
No, Lash. So Lash Legends got eliminated. Then Kiana got eliminated. Then a bunch of people off TV.
Yeah, like Thea Hale got eliminated and blah blah blah.
Indy, then Lopez, then Chu, then Lyons, then Zoe, then Saul. We'll talk about Saul Ruka's thing. Then Fire, then Valkyrie, then Toxic Attraction ended up winning, which
I mean,
people are kind of at. Now Kiana helped Fallon. We
yeah,
saw that. Saul Ruka did that, going on her arms
she
or
did
whatever.
that thing. She emulated Kofi Kingston.
Kofi
He did
Kingston,
the same
Kofi
thing.
Kingston, yeah.
But
And Cora was running in and out as though she was like not eliminated.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And she eliminated Lyra Valkyrie, I think. She pulled her off or something.
I think she was. I can't remember if she was already eliminated. And then she was just.
No,
yeah. She was about to be eliminated. Well, there was like one of those teetering.
Yeah.
Right?
She pulled her off.
Right.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
She sounded different in my dream, so I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
But yeah, it was an okay thing. I mean, Sol Ruka had the spot of the night.
Right.
I liked Kiana helping out Fallon, and then Fallon like turned her back on her, and Kiana's like, "What do I gotta do?" Like sort of thing. I like that. I was like Indy Hartwell.
Yep.
I think Lash Legend got chopped across her chest, and she just threw the woman out, and that was hilarious. Yeah, everything was fine. Alba Fire has got to be potentially the dumbest wrestler after what happened last night. So it was Alba Fire, it was Valkyrie, and it was another face.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was the two Toxic Attraction ladies. And Alba Fire eliminated.
I think it was Sol Ruka.
Yeah, so she eliminated Sol Ruka, and I'm like, why don't you eliminate at least one, if not both, of Toxic Attraction? Because they're going to team up. You have the numbers advantage.
Right.
Why would you not do that?
Right.
Like, that didn't make any sense to me. And the faces kept hitting each other, and I'm like, why are they doing? Like, get rid of Toxic Attraction. It was like, I love the Rumbles where it was like Andre Giant walked in, and no matter who was in the ring, they teamed up and they friggin' attacked him.
They had to.
Because that's what you have to do. Why would you leave that tag team in there?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a fail.
That was a big fail in the logic of that entire thing. Do I like Toxic Attraction co-winning? No. I don't see the point of that because I don't see either of them becoming the sole women's champion. It's not going to happen. The intrigue is not there for me.
Right.
I don't care. Like, they're just going to tease a Toxic Attraction breakup now.
Right. Oh, that is right. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So, no, didn't like it. I think you have one person win and she challenges. I would have preferred to be Cora Jade. I did like the idea of Jade running in and just causing havoc all the way through.
Right.
But I think that there's the storyline between her and Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez has not finished. So
yeah,
you get that done first.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's
sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
One last thing.
Yep.
I'm still confused about how they're saying Roxanne Perez ruined Toxic Attraction. Technically, Matt Bloom, aka Albert, ruined Toxic Attraction. Brought up, but if you want to blame someone, Mandy Rose, like Mandy Rose's refusal to follow her contract and not post nude pictures on the internet, ruined Toxic Attraction. Like, it makes no sense. Like, you destroyed Toxic Attraction. I'm like, no, Mandy Rose did, and now Mandy Rose is gone. Like, where's Mandy Rose now? Like, this is exactly. Bye, Mandy. Like, no one is allowed to mention her now. So it's just this weird thing where Roxanne Perez ruined Toxic Attraction by winning the belt and murdering Mandy Rose.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That was dumb too. That's a good call, Joe. That was really dumb. When I saw that, I'm like, why are you German suplexing her?
Yeah. Why is that yeah. It's like, what is happening here?
Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah. I don't know. And like, the thing is that I don't know who else could take, like, Toxic Attraction needs someone at the head.
Yeah.
Tiffany's got the looks for it. I don't know if she has the ability. The voice needs work for sure. I can't even think of anyone else who can do it though. Like, you need a certain look. Like, I think Kiana James is very attractive, but I don't think Kiana James would be good for it either. Like, in the way I like her evil business empire. I really do like that evil business. No, I'm serious. I love the idea.
I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you, I love the evil business. I love Thea Hale though, man.
Yeah,
I
Thea Hale's
love
good.
Thea Hale. Like, she's at the beginning when she's in the big classroom. She's like, I don't know if I can beat 19 other women. They're like, you can do it. She's like, yes, I can. I love her. She is so goofy. It's just hilarious.
She is great. Yeah, she's awesome. All right, let's go. Let's talk about Smacketh Downeth.
Okay.
Charlotte, woohoo! Charlotte,
Woo!
woo!
Charlotte Flair is a face. It's the weirdest thing ever.
It's so weird. Well, it's not gonna last, right?
No, can't.
Yeah, they'll have that in there for a bit. Then we had Liv Morgan, just like, I guess, just thoughts. Like,
I'm going to join the Royal Rumble. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
You're going to be in the Royal Rumble? I never would have thought that.
No. Why?
An active member of the women's roster is going to be in the Rumble? Holy crap.
That is very odd. That's
very
odd.
As a side of, like, this is the men's thing, why the hell did they have a qualifying match for the Royal Rumble when, like, a week previously, Kofi Kingston just came out and said, I'm going to join the Rumble? Shouldn't he have had a qualifying match?
Get a qualifying match, you bastard.
Exactly.
What the shit? How come he gets special treatment?
Yeah, exactly. Like, Ricochet and Top Dollar have to fight it out, but Kofi Kingston can just decide he's in there. Never gets old, man.
Yeah, that's brutal. Then we had Scarlett Bordeaux, who is the most attractive woman of all time. It's just like, okay. And she's gone out slightly, not unnoticed, but she's just kind of there. But then you're like, oh my god.
Well, that's because she's with the big tattooed crazy man,
right?
Who wants to wrestle Rey Mysterio for some reason.
Yeah, I
mean, I guess
we're gonna have to do a special stream on my favorite wrestler of all time, whose name happens to be Dominic Mysterio.
The toothpick, right? The toothpick was the end.
The toothpick, the serving hard time for 2 hours or whatever, and like having the big prison stories and how prison changes a man.
Yeah.
Whoever, I don't know if that was Dominic, or if that was, I don't know, Triple H or whoever came up with this idea is genius. This is the best angle ever. Because he's a punk kid already. Yeah. He's a spoiled brat. And then he went into jail for a cup of coffee, came out, and now he's the big hardened criminal. He's got the big bandana and all that. And it's like, it changes a man. Prison changes you. I'm like, this is so good. And there's so many dumbass people who don't understand how good this angle is. They're like, oh, you weren't in jail. They're getting angry about it. It's like, that was nothing, buddy. You're big deal. I'm like, don't you understand how awesome this is right now? It's gold. This is, and then he's with mommy or whatever. Like, oh man.
I gotta say, man, the best is Damian Priest standing over the broken body of Finn Balor. Finn Balor's literally destroyed. And then it's like, well, you can team with Dominic. And he looks down, he's like, Finn's okay. Literally, Finn is in like 2 pieces. He's like holding his ribs. He can't move.
Oh,
like, no, he's fine.
He's fine. Why? He's fine. Just get. Oh, Christ's sakes. No. Okay. Dominic's the best. Okay. Karrion Kross and the hottest woman on earth team up against Madcap and Emma, who I have been reevaluating your comments, and I'm starting to see the light.
Yep.
Or the moon. I just came up with that, and we just lost 4 subscribers. That sucks. So and we might be getting canceled. No, we're still on. All right.
No.
But no. Okay, so yeah.
I mean, you see it a lot because she's on her face a lot because she just has no offense. And Madcap ran in and basically got, I don't know what happened, but he ran into a brick wall and then it just fell on his face. And then like there was absolutely
Charlotte needs to wear those
all
the
the
booty
time.
tights all the time. That should be
Yeah.
a mandatory requirement.
Yeah. I want to put that in.
Yeah.
But like Emma and Madcap Moss versus Scarlett and Karrion Kross, I think Karrion Kross and Scarlett were wrestling dead air.
Yeah.
Like there was zero. I think there might have been one or two offensive moves. Otherwise, it was a slaughter. I was completely like, we got to give Scarlett and Karrion some exercise before he takes on Rey Mysterio. Like I don't understand what this was.
I actually I like Emma. I'm okay with Emma, and I'm okay with Madcap. They're just there, like it's just kind of meh. But I don't hate them or anything. So I would like to see them, maybe do something better. It's just that I'm not feeling anything. Like there's not even like hatred where you're like, oh, I can't stand this person. It's not even that. It's just like, oh, there's Emma. She's obviously very cute, and Madcap's like okay. I'm like, yeah, they're a couple in real life, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's nice, and they're all cute and everything. It's like, yeah, but I just like I don't care.
I think you got to get a better name than Madcap Moss because that's really bad.
What about Madman Moss or something? Like you do keep them, like maybe he should go like crazy or something. I don't know, but there's too many crazy people.
There are.
Then we had Charlotte saying thank, and it's like, oh, thank you, Charlotte, all that crap. And then Sonya Deville came out. I still like Sonya Deville, man. I don't know, I like her. She comes out and it was, I mean, really, like it was versus Charlotte. We knew that wasn't gonna.
Yeah. Got the figure eight.
Got the figure eight.
Now she does a spear, which is cool.
Yeah.
And that was that. Thanks for showing up, Sonya Deville.
You did your job. I don't like when Sonya Deville wears the shirt in her pant. Like it, because that's another one of these things that's guaranteed falling off, and then I'm gonna be like, when is it gonna fall off? I hate stuff
I don't like, Finn Balor does this in Alba Fire. I don't like the cloth in the back pocket. I keep thinking they're gonna wax on, wax off. Like I don't get it. I don't understand what it's there for.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that either. Why is that there? We have Lacey, who's my girl.
Clutch.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, where's my shout out from Lacey, which StreamYards has like chopped for me.
Hey, J-Man.
Oh, it hurts me. I have to re-edit that. But I love Lacey Evans. I don't care. She's the best, and I want her to be. Sergeant Slaughter has said, I'll come back. I'll come and be her manager. I'd be all for it. I've got a Sergeant Slaughter figure right there.
Yeah, if they just keep on with this, she comes in, she's a heel, maggots, and just destroys them.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Lacey Evans to me is just like I think she's one of my total package people. She looks amazing. That's her without makeup. It's like, oh my God, she looks amazing. I think she's pretty good. She's got she can do some stuff. Everyone always can use a little bit of work, but like her character is just like, come on, this is the character for her. Make her the maggots and all that stuff. That'd be awesome. Cobra Clutch is awesome. That's wicked. If Sergeant Slaughter did come down, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be super cool with that because I like Sergeant Slaughter. I think he's a cool guy. I don't know. I've always thought he was just really neat. I liked him from G.I. Joe, obviously.
Man, when I got his figure for G.I. Joe, I was super pumped. I'm like, I got Sergeant Slaughter.
The new figures, they've got a lot of Valverse. Valverse has new figures, and G.I. Joe has a new figure of his, which I'm always like close to grabbing. The only G.I. Joe figure I have of the modern line is Spirit, and he's right there. I always buy the native characters. I like Thunderhawk from Street Fighter. I've got a big figure of him. I don't know. I just always thought they looked cool to me. So
my favorite was always Shipwreck.
Yeah. Oh, they've got Shipwreck. He looks awesome. They did a new Shipwreck.
Awesome.
And like, I mean, these new ones are like outrageous. Like I'll show you Spirit sometime. It's just like holy crap. I really wanted Beachhead. He's my favorite, but I just couldn't find him. But yeah, Lacey Evans, please be good. Okay, so that is it for SmackDown. We'll get into Raw. Where's my thing for Raw? Never have any of these things lined up. Here you go. Raw, we had Alexa Bliss.
Oh God.
Who is now in the face of evil, and she's in charge. And then that Uncle Howdy or whatever that thing is called. Is that what it's called?
Uncle Howdy. It's based on a character called Captain Howdy from some '83 horror movie I never heard of.
Oh, let me take a look at that.
Yeah.
That's
the thing is, when they do Bray Wyatt, they usually take inspiration from like movies. Like his original cult leader was Max Cady from Cape Fear.
Oh my God, Strangeland. I own Strangeland. That's D. Snyder's movie. Is that where they got it from?
Yeah, Captain Howdy.
Oh shit, yeah, I own that movie. You know what that movie's about? It's pretty neat.
Oh.
So yeah, Captain Howdy. Wow. Okay, so what it is that D. Snyder's the killer. Well, he's not a killer. It's weird. He captures people and then tattoos them or gives them weird piercings and stuff. So it's wow. It's such an interesting movie. Came out a long time ago. I don't think it's ever been upgraded to Blu-ray, but I've got the DVD of it. It's actually pretty good. I liked it a lot. And then, but he'll do weird things like he gave someone a Prince Albert and stuff like that. So it's like things that, right? So it's like things that you might not want to have done. It's like, meanwhile, he'll capture me. I'll be like, can you do like Scarlet Witch over here? And, I'll be like, because it's like, it's free tattoos. This is great. But yeah, so very, very, very interesting movie. I didn't realize, I haven't seen that since it came out. I didn't realize that was the name. That's really cool. Alexa Bliss is fighting Emma for her to try to beat Emma in her on her moon.
On the posterior Olympic.
She was putting up a very good fight.
She definitely was. She definitely is one of the cheekier wrestlers out there.
Yeah.
As far as this thing went, she started talking, and then that whole thing happened. And like here's the thing. Eventually, someone's got to do something at some point. Uncle Howdy comes out and he laughs, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to... This is becoming like modern horror.
Right.
This is becoming like modern horror. Someone comes out and laughs, and then you're done. And I'm like, what was I supposed to take from it? It's the guy in the corner of the room when he wasn't there a minute ago.
Right.
There's a man in the corner now. Okay. He's standing there in the dark. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. What am I supposed to take away from this?
Right. That's my problem with a lot of horror movies. It's like, yeah, nothing happened. Like, it's like a ghost. It's like, oh, look, it moved. So while I'm streaming here, my Bailey figure moved from here to there. I'm like, so that's just an inconvenience. Like it's
I can't move it back now.
Yeah.
Like it's gotta do something. Like,
right.
If he came down with a female wrestler, and the female wrestler kicked the crap out of Alexa Bliss, I'm like, okay. This is the thing. I don't mind the guy standing in the corner. I don't mind the sound cue that's, there's a man in the corner. But then the scene ends, and I'm like, but he didn't do anything. He's a hat rack. Just put your hat and the coat on him and walk away. Like, he's got to do something.
It was like Beetlejuice. Remember when they were just learning how to scare people, and she rips her face off, and it's like they didn't see them.
Yeah.
Right. And then the caseworker, Juno, the caseworker lady, she's like, well, I heard tore your faces right off. She's like, yeah, it's no point in trying to scare people if they can't see you. So it's like, you got to start simple, but like in this, it's like, yeah, he comes out, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I wanted to hear what Alexa had to say. Like, it's like, let her talk, like, let her say her thing. It's like, I was trying to kind of take a bit of, she's like, she's like, I'm going to be in charge. I'm in charge now. And, it's like talking about the face of evil and everything. And then that Howdy fellow comes in, and then it's just like, that's the end of it. And you're like, oh, okay. So all they did was turn the lights out.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to impress me?
And he came out with a bunch of fog. I mean, it's literally like that scene. This is going to sound so weird. L.A. Law.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the guy who was in it, the balding guy,
Right.
who was in Dharma and Greg. He was Dharma's father years later. Alan Ratchin.
Okay. Yeah.
So he had a problem on the show where with intimacy. So he went to a sex therapist.
Okay.
So he was naked with her in her office because it was like, okay, get naked and all that. So he got naked in her office, and she's like, "So how do you feel?" And he farted and he passed out. And I'm kind of like, that's how I feel right now. The screen farted and passed out. Like nothing happened.
Like, what is the point? Yeah, nothing happened. Like, what do I care?
He got naked with her, farted, and passed out. And I'm like, that's basically what I'm seeing right now.
Well, they turn
again with this Uncle Howdy thing.
Yeah, they turn the lights off. It's like, how did she get down? She's going to be trapped on that table. She can't see. Yeah. I mean, Papa Shango was one of those characters that looked really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I remember when the warrior, there was black goop on
Yeah.
him or whatever. You're like, yeah, oh God, it's like, no.
He's got superpower. Yeah, voodoo is real. No.
Yeah. And then we had Damage Control come out with Bailey versus Meechin. We knew Bailey was going to win that. I did not like Bailey's hair.
No.
So that's a fail on Bailey's hair.
Well,
I liked it last time, but not this time.
She sent him. She's like, "You guys have worked hard, so you can." I'm like, "Okay." They worked hard when? I haven't seen them working hard recently. So, what was this working hard?
It's all behind the scenes, Steve. They were making pancakes.
They must have been. They must have been working hard making pancakes.
And they were damn good.
I like Meechin. I don't like her jobbing. I don't like the fact she's getting no reaction because she's actually one of the better female wrestlers who
she
actually performs good.
And she looks all right too. Like she's good.
I struggle with the lack of reaction. Obviously, turn her heel at some point, but I don't like the lack of reaction because I think she's actually one of the better performers there is for the women's division.
Yeah, no, I like her. I don't see. Yeah, I like they like get someone else to get like I don't know what to do. Like they need to have jobbers, but they need to have, you know what the thing is, they actually need jobbers to be jobbers.
Yes.
Like you see what I'm saying? It's like not just like you're someone who's going to job tonight. It's like no, you need to have people that just constantly lose. And they are jobbers.
Barry Darsow, Brooklyn Brawler,
yeah.
Iron Mike Sharp, guys like that. And when they win one, it's like holy crap! And it's like they just won the lottery, right? Like that was awesome when they would do that.
Yep.
You know, biggest thing: the 1, 2, 3 kid versus Razor Ramon.
Yep.
Everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be a frigging slaughter." 1, 2, 3 kid won.
Yes, I like that.
And that's perfect. Like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that's when you do that, right? Like young kids starting out, you gotta pay your dues, kid. You're going to be looking up at the lights for a few weeks, and he beats Razor, and you're like, "Don't, what the hell?
What should happen here?" Yeah,
right. But there, you know, like Meechin comes in, she looks awesome. I know she's got good moves. Oh, you're jobbing to Bailey.
Yeah, like, and she should lose. Like Bailey is bigger, but why is she losing? Like, get someone else.
Yeah,
like. Can't they? You know what they should probably do? Maybe they should. I think they should maybe rethink the way that this works. Maybe you bring in people to job on the shows, and then once they become somewhat okay, then they go to NXT and they're a little bit better, and then they come back as full characters. Maybe that should be the cycle.
Yeah.
Like, they come and job, like they just literally just get like literally like these squash matches, like the Bailey just beats the shit out of someone. Like, okay, what was the point of this? But that person does that a few times, then they go to NXT and learn, you know what I mean? As opposed to going in at NXT and then coming here and then you lose. It's like, well, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then they brought Meechin in. It's like, oh yeah, she's been brought in to like help settle the score or whatever. It's like, and then she does nothing. Yeah. Right. And it's like she does nothing. Well, okay, so that faction kind of fell apart, but
AJ Styles got injured, but
yeah,
even so,
you could still do something with her.
Yeah, she's a legit wrestler. Like she's better than jobbing out to people.
Then James Ellsworth got 15 minutes for being squashed.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You can have one per.
Yeah.
I didn't like Bailey's hair. That's the only note I wrote. No, she had her feet on the ropes. So the feet on the ropes, that was always like, well, I guess that makes
extra
it not
leverage,
as bad.
blah,
But
blah, blah.
yeah, blah, blah. And we had Candice LeRae with interview. Did you notice Nikki in the back?
Yeah.
Like Michael Myers?
That was awesome. I was hoping she would run an attack at some point.
It's like she's like in the back. You're like,
she's like, you remember Mortal Kombat? They had that forest area. You would
yes.
have where it's peeking out from behind. I'm like, oh,
I love it. I was like, it's Nikki Cross. It's Nikki Cross. She's the best. And it's like she was gone. I was like, damn it, I want to see Nikki Cross. I like Nikki Cross. She's great.
Yeah.
And we had Rhea Ripley versus Candice,
which was the biggest waste of time. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is literally like, I don't think I have to watch this match. I watched it, but I was sitting there thinking I don't have to watch this.
Right.
Because Rhea just literally destroyed her. I was stunned. I'm like, what was the point of this?
Right.
Like, we know Rhea Ripley, she's the Eradicator. She literally has picked up a 300-pound man and slammed him. Let's give her a pint-sized opponent.
Yeah, no. I like Candice LeRae.
The fairy wings are goofy though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think she's cute.
She's cute.
I like her. I like everybody pretty much. I'm pretty relaxed.
But where is the way? Like Candice LeRae and guys who've watched NXT longer than me.
Yeah.
Candice LeRae was a champ in NXT, was she not? She was a big deal. And now she's kind of like yeah, Mia Yim is a champ, Double C. Like, she comes in, I'm like, this woman is awesome. And now she's jobbing to Bailey, who can't.
Yeah, she looks pretty tough. Like, I'm looking at something. Like, she's got like a good physique, eh? Like,
she's built. She's one of the few who can go toe to toe with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, like she's pretty good.
Yeah.
What the hell, eh? Like, I mean, well, obviously Bailey. I love Bailey, but like,
I love Bailey too.
But like, what the heck?
This doesn't do anything for Bailey. Like, she sent them to the back, the damage control, and then she wins like through cheating. I'm like, what was the point of this? I was completely like, they beat her up afterwards, Mia Yim. I'm like, okay, so she's going to join Becky, but she already joined. I'm confused here. Did you guys literally like lose half the roster and be like, oh, we got to throw a card together? Like, it just seemed very, very, it started off weird from the beginning on Raw when Kevin Owens came out, and then Baron Corbin and JBL came out. And I will give Kevin Owens all the credit in the world. He went and stuck his face in the turnbuckle for 17 minutes or whatever it was, how long it was they were talking. And I was laughing through the entire, because I kept going back to him and he hadn't moved. He was just standing there with his face in the turnbuckle. And I felt very much like joining him.
That was like Blair Witch Project. I was like, what happened? He said, because that movie's awful. I'm not endorsing it, but that ending is great with the kid that's in the corner.
He was standing in the corner taking a piss or whatever, and then that's over. Like, fine, sure. But like, he was standing in the corner with his face in the turnbuckle.
Let me see, Candice LeRae
for like literally 3 minutes.
Mia Yim left Twitter because of a picture she took with Austin Theory.
Okay, that's weird.
This is what.
What is going on with Austin Theory? Why was he wearing? He looked like he was wearing lipstick. I kept looking at his lips. I'm like, why are they so pink?
If that doesn't get me canceled, I don't know what will.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah. What is wrong with this guy? Yeah.
Austin Theory cannot speak without his mouth being in the shape of a duck mouth. Like, he's literally like, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, what is going on here? But this Raw was weird. Like Baron Corbin came out, and my sound was out of sync, so it was like one of those old terrible dubbed,
right.
Martial arts movies where I'm like, he would talk and then I get the sound. I'm like, yeah, I think Rhea's great, but it didn't do anything for her. That's just the problem. It's just okay. So Candice LeRae was never champ?
I'm checking to see Candice LeRae.
All right, let's see.
Let's see if there's a picture of her with a belt or something. Oh, she did have some belt. Yeah,
she was a tag team champion with Indy Hartwell. Okay, so she never won the.
Yeah, so she had a tag belt or whatever.
Okay. All right, she was never champ.
Well, it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
There you go.
But so yeah, I mean, that was kind of whatever. And then Bailey and Thingy beat up Meechin after the fact, and that was it. Is that it? I think that's it.
That's it. I mean, after the lipstick, I swear he was wearing lipstick. His lips were like bright pink. I'm like, is it the lighting? Like I never noticed that.
Yeah, I anytime I know I shouldn't laugh at this, but I laugh at it because it's done as a comedy thing. Anytime there's like a guy wearing lipstick in a funny way, when Jack Burton, when Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China is talking a big game, and he goes, yeah, Jack Burton. It's like, who's that? It's like, me. And he's got the big smear lips. I can't take it. And in Dead Heat, where Treat Williams, he's lost because he's dead, so he's lost all the pigment in his skin, so he's literally just pale. So he gets lipstick to kind of. But then, like, he's pale white with these. And Joe Piscopo is like, "What the hell is going on?"
It was just, he had these big pink lips and he's like showing them all the time because he's doing duck mouth all the time. When he's talking, I'm like, I can't do it, man. Like, I was just laughing through his entire thing.
It's just, it's too funny. Oh my God. So what else? Anything else? I mean, like, we haven't felt anything with Vince yet, right? Like,
well, they say Triple H is staying in creative. They're saying that. We'll see.
Right.
I can't see Vince McMahon not interfering.
Right. Right. So he's gonna do some kind of crap, right? Yeah, Vince McMahon, like, again, I don't want to just talk shit about the guy because he brought wrestling. Like, I mean, he created what we're watching right now. And I'm not a fan of let's just make fun of it now because now he's whatever. It's like, look, he was awesome, but unfortunately it's over now, right? Like,
I mean, are we going to see a 24/7 championship back now?
I don't know. Yeah, because that was kind of a waste, eh? Like,
yeah, like the ridiculous comedy skits. Like, are we going to get those now?
And I know we're joking about, the women and all that, but I really don't want it to go back to lap dances and table dances and bra and panties. That's like hyper disrespectful. And I know we're talking about their butts and stuff, but we're being cute about it. It's just, it's all in fun. But some of these matches were really like, they're a bit uncomfortable. You're just like, oh, this is like not.
They were unwatchable.
Yeah, like this is like really not good. And it is just, I mean, I don't get offended really. I don't really care, but it is disrespectful. Like if someone's like, you know what, that's super disrespectful. It's like, yeah, I agree. That is pretty bad.
It was just silly. Like you would see them get in their bra and then like they'd have a pillow fight. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. Like what, yeah. Why is that going on? It's just so stupid. So I don't know, but I found a clip where it's because I've been dying over dead heat, so I was trying to see if I had a clip. I do have a clip.
Remember the good old days when guns killed people?
I've added that one to my list of clips or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I know Nikita Lyons has a new shirt now. She has a shirt on the WWE shop, and Bailey tweeted out support for who was it? Oh crap! Let me go back to Twitter.
Mercedes, like Sasha Banks.
No. I guess let me just find Bailey on here. Bailey. Don't give a... Oh, Indy Hartwell. She said, let's go Indy Hartwell.
I love Indy Hartwell, man.
I know you do. You're like all over that.
I'm like, I want more Indy Hartwell.
Yep. Yeah, I like her. She's pretty good. She's tall. I like she comes in, she tries to take care of business. Is she I guess is she a tweener? Like what is she? She's kind of I don't know. She's not really a heel, is she? Like
no, she's just like I think she's a tweener. I think she's just got like she might be a face with attitude. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what
like she came out, she's the first one that came out against Toxic Attraction. Usually you have when that happens, face, heel, face, heel, face, heel.
Right.
So it was Toxic Attraction, and it was Indy, and then it was Cora Jade, and then it was Wendy. Was it Wendy? I got it confused, but generally you can tell it's face, heel, face, heel, face, heel. All I know is they were talking like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then Thea Hale came out, and I'm like, yeah, she's awesome, man. She's just like, girl, fight. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, there's Mia Yim. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
What was the other one we were talking? Oh yeah, like. So, would she? Oh, she is pretty muscular.
Yep. Oh, I could see that when she was.
Yeah. Yeah, we looked at. I think I can't remember if it was Joe or Double C who was. Yeah, wow, look at that.
Oh God, yeah.
Maybe she was was she one of those like
bodybuilders?
Fitness? Yeah, but yeah, she was like one of in the fitness category, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think she's quite as ripped now, but wow, that's pretty. Like she's pretty like tough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to work on her character a bit or her voice. Well, is this her?
Apparently.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, okay. So there you go. Like, maybe look a little bit more tougher.
Yeah.
But Nikita Lyons shirt. I think new one there you go.
Ready to pounce. The lioness, Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, there you go. So I would consider, is that the front or the back? That's the front. I would consider getting a shirt. I'm not getting any shirts just yet because I've got so many shirts now. But I would consider getting that. So what do you think is going to happen with the battle royal, or not the battle royal, the three-way?
It's going to be Roxanne comes out on top. I think.
And
JC Jane. What's going to happen is JC Jane and Gigi Dolan are going to fight during the match. It's going to appear like they're going to split. They're going to show up at the next NXT match show after that and be like, well, maybe this is an Toxic Attraction. And then the new leader's going to show up and bring them all together.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And it's probably Tiffany Stratton. I think that has now been lined up because Tiffany wasn't part of anything.
Let's see. Will Tiffany Stratton a guy who asked that on Google? We should do these. We should do these Google Ask. This is hilarious. If Tiffany Stratton is a guy, damn. Oh my God, that is hilarious.
What's
So I'm looking at a Reddit post here just to see. What are your thoughts? I hope so. Missing Tiffany Tuesdays. Da-da-da-da. Oh, now they're saying Bimbo Nation. Bimbo Nation instead. Oh yeah, and Mercedes Monet or Money is now that's Sasha Banks in New Japan, Pro Wrestling or whatever. Can we watch that anywhere? I don't even know. Like I watched her debut online. I don't think we can. I don't think we get that anywhere here. Dominic Mysterio, man, I'm gonna get a. You're serving hard time. You're serving hard time. If you ever take a trip down a
it's bad when even the Miz is making fun of you. It's like you're wearing a $500 shirt.
That was the only time that Miz TV thing was funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he's got the bandana and stuff. It's like prison changes you, man. It's like and Miz is like, oh, I heard you were in there for like 2 hours. Literally, Avatar 3 was longer. God, man. Give that man a raise. Whoever thought of Dominic Mysterio as this like tough prison guy who's like wasn't even in prison, like getting the tattoos and
yeah, he's got the tear.
No, dude. Oh man, it is so good. It's so great. It's really funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like Kevin Owens. I like Dominic Mysterio. Now that's it. I don't care. I'll admit it.
Yeah. Kevin Owens to me, like,
yeah, Kevin
just
Owens.
the look on his face when other people talk is priceless.
Yeah, he's just like, what is happening right now?
He literally went and put his head on the turnbuckle for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's like,
Corbin and JBL were talking. He's like in the corner.
Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah, no, he's amazing.
He's just like, I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Yeah, like, why am I on here? Like right now, it's like, stop it. Oh my God, that's great. But all right, well, I guess that's it. Guys, tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow, Sean and I are going to be live with Scott Tracy Griffin, and we're going to be talking about the Legend of Tarzan. Scott is the author of 2 books. This is the first book. This is actually his first book, Tarzan on Film. So Scott Tracy Griffin, the author's name, so you could see the author's name like right there. So he wrote the book on Tarzan in film, and he wrote a second book. So this is all about like the art and everything. So we're going to have him on tomorrow with Sean and I talking about the Legend of Tarzan. I saw the movie not in theaters, but I bought it. You saw it in the theater?
Yeah.
I bought the movie on Blu-ray and watched it, and I really liked it. When's the last time you saw it, Steve?
Not long after I saw it in the theater.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I rewatched it. Yeah, it definitely went down a few points. Yeah. So let's just say that it would hold up to today's standards. And unfortunately, like when I first saw it in 2016 or 2017 or whatever it was, those things weren't around. So it didn't seem like that.
Right.
Right. You're like, oh, that was kind of cool. But watch it again with today's mindset, you're like, oh boy. So anyway, but that's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be really awesome. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. That's gonna be the next year's the college and Penn wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for today. So tomorrow's a big one, and then next Tuesday we're back on track, I believe, for our regular streams. I think Action Elite's starting up again sometime soon. We're definitely doing a versus real soon, and we're gonna get into the fantasy versus probably maybe in February or something. We might do a couple of random verses, like I want to do the Punisher one and stuff. We'll do some random ones here just to do them. But Steve's book is still out, so you've got the link is in the description of this video, and all my videos. Sean is doing more with his channel now, so his link is in there as well. Charlie from Give Me Back My Action Movies and Horror Movies, his link is there. Action Elite's link is there. And Chris, the comic vet, who I just had a great stream with on the weekend, he was kind enough to support my channel, so I put his link in the description of all my videos going forward as well. He's a great guy. He's past his 1,000, so that's awesome. So make sure that you are subscribed to him. And that's Greystoke. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like Greystoke. We're gonna do that one at some point. But all right, people. Well, that is it then. Take it easy.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.